Hi everybody, welcome back. Hard to believe another month has passed. We're here. Obviously I'm wearing a red shirt because it's Valentine's Day time. And fortunately, John has a big heart. So this weekend, starting today through Monday, there's a super sale, 25% off all corals in the house. And looking around, there's some great corals today. And for Valentine's Day, I'm picking out all red corals. And just because I have a big heart, I'm not taking any of these corals home myself. I have done that a few times in the past, but this year they're all available to you. But one other suggestion I want to make, gift cards. The reason I'm making this suggestion is everyone's significant other likes to buy them a fish, a coral, whatever, this time of year for Valentine's Day, and it's a very nice gesture. Now, being the nice guy that I am, once upon a time, one of my significant others bought me a lionfish as my Valentine's Day gift, and I didn't have the heart to turn it away. $300 worth of fish later, this lionfish miraculously disappeared in the middle of the night. No one ever knows what happened to this lionfish. So before you let your significant other buy you a fish or a coral that is not going to do well, suggest to them you get a gift card here at corals.com and avoid the stress. I mean, I was young and dumb because I didn't want to tick someone off by turning down the lionfish, and instead it cost me, and luckily it didn't sting me, but I had to catch it in the middle of the night. So keep this in mind. Gift cards are a good idea. I generally don't like gift cards, but for people that are into this hobby, a gift card for corals.com would be a great idea for Valentine's Day. Hi everyone, as usual, there's a wonderful selection of lures here, and there's some specifically really nice red ones. I really like the red and white candy cane ones. He has a couple of those in stock, and there's also this big rainbow that has purple, orange, green, a myriad of colors, and it's about the size of the palm of my hand. It's a nice size colony, so if you have space for one really nice acan, that would be it. If you have space for only a couple small acans, the candy cane ones would be my choice. Now the next in our red grouping of corals is this Western Australia Goniopora. I actually got a duplicate frag of this for myself. That's how nice it is. I mean, it's a purpley red with red centers. I mean, this is a gorgeous little one and little Goniopora. And if you look at how fine the polyps are, even as extended as they are, they're really much narrower than most of them, which is usual how Western Australia Gonies are. It's going to be interesting to see how these Western Australia Gonies get along with the other Gonies. So just keep that in mind. If you see it getting irritated from the other ones, because not all Gonies like the other ones, so you may need to keep it away from that. One that really looks like, it almost looks like a Valentine heart, actually it kind of looks like two Valentine's Day hearts, is this red and purple trachea. This is a really nice trachophilia. Again, something for the lower portion of the tank, something that should be fed. One thing, make sure there's not anything in your tank that will pick at it. Some tanks, some rabbitfish, and some pygmy angels all like to pick on trachophilias. This needs to be in a tank where it's not going to be picked at. If it is, it'll just be closed up all the time and you won't get to enjoy the full brilliance of it. Similarly is this red and green trachea. This is a really nice colored one. I mean, you're looking at 5 different circles of color. Really unique piece, smaller than that bigger one, but just as nice, and from my point of view, a real showpiece for the bottom of the tank. Next is a sour apple bower banky. These used to be really rare. This is still a really nicely colored one. I mean, the color isn't red, it's kind of an orange red with bright green. This is a coral that you definitely should feed, and it'll grow and do really well. It also doesn't need to be in bright light. Next is a really nice red and orange scolie. It's about slightly bigger than a golf ball. Really nice color, really nice cherry red. Obviously, since it is Valentine's Day, I'm trying to pick out the red of these corals. There aren't a lot of red corals in the hobby. What I'm showing you today are some of the nicer red corals that I've seen. Now it's not quite red, but it's orange and green with a little bit of red in it, is this small colony of chalice from Australia. Really nice looking chalice. The eyes really stand out. And then next to it are 3 frags of what I consider a really nice colored chalice. I actually took one of these home. They had 4. I took the 4th one home. This is red, orange, green, and purple. These are spectacular in my book, and as they get bigger, they'll get even better looking. You can see the bright orange red rims, you can see the bright orange eyes, and then you can see kind of the Kelly green or evergreen greens wrapped around the eyes. These corals will really stand out. Placed in a spot in your tank, give them space to grow and feed them. These corals will really look beautiful for you. Next in our Valentine's theme is this green and red Favites. Really interesting looking pattern. He has a bunch of different ones here, but this is probably one of the better ones in the tank. This coral really shows off, and under blue light, the green versus the red really shows off, and you really see the color in it. And our last pick for this Valentine's Day extravaganza is this pink, red, and orange Lobophilia. This is a really nice rainbow Lobophilia. Again, something that should be fed, doesn't require bright light, moderate current. This coral is spectacular. Only thing to keep in mind, like as with all Lobophilias, at night it will tend to send out sweeper tentacles and it'll clear the area around it. So keep that in mind and keep it away from things that it might injure. But this is a spectacular colored specimen. Again, if I had space, this is something I would add to my tank, as with a lot of things. And as I keep looking, I see more and more items here that I would definitely add to my tank. Well, I hope you liked all those. I tried, like I said, it's Valentine's Day. I kept wanting to say Halloween, but it's actually Valentine's Day. So all the corals I picked are red, and they are all corals I would personally take home if I had room in my tanks. I actually got a couple of duplicates of these today. So there are some really nice corals. And remember, the Coral Happy Weekend football sale we can't say the name, is this weekend from today, Friday through Monday, 25% off all the corals. And remember, get your gift cards early for Valentine's Day. Order them the next couple days. They'll send them and you can have them for Valentine's Day to give to your significant other. Have a great Valentine's Day, everyone, and we'll see you next month.